Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with the channeled message. I'm gonna take this sweater off because the sun decided to come back out. I need to fix my shirt and then we can do this. So I pulled 2 oracle cards today for you guys and broke them down in my notes to go over these messages. I just meditated and I feel very calm and relaxed. I almost feel like I could fall asleep right now. It's crazy. But the first card that came out was Journey Progressions. And then we had the 8th House Mystery, which is really funny because I've been listening to the song Don't Stop Believing and Don't Stop Believing. And in the song, he says that, the movie goes on and on. And it truly does. Life goes on. And I think that this card speaks to the little trials and tribulations, or just the little things that amount to the bigger picture of life, in certain situations and things that you've went through. So I'm just going to read what I wrote. Progression's journey. How to manifest again. I put that in parentheses. I'm not sure why, but after I read this, I'm pretty sure I'll know why. Progressions, the definition, the process of developing or moving gradually towards a more advanced state. Every little bit of what you do before you reach the goal, you set yourself every little bit of what you do before you reach the goal, you set yourself up for a role in where you will fall in the collective's karma. So every little thing that you do, like the Wheel of Fortune, the card, it essentially pushes you towards that way. So you could be going up on the Wheel of Fortune, or you could be going down on the Wheel of Fortune. Every little bit of things that you do ultimately adds up to the bigger picture. You are not only living for yourself, but for others, as your choices add to the karmic fate of the world. Reflection or shadow work. This journey card made me think of how much I reflect on my past in certain situations, and I compare and contrast them to current situations to see my progression of my evolution. And this really helps me in the sense of shadow work, because when it comes to the shadow, something that's hidden, like the mystery card, sometimes you're unaware of these things because you can't see them, but there are situations that bring them to your attention, which is a source of for you to reflect on and dissect. Really reveals what might have been present in that current moment. Certain situations may or do not determine your faith in the long run, but in the short term matters how you respond or where you may go. So I feel like when they say your fate is already sealed kind of deal, everything's already written in the stars, so everything already has happened and is happening simultaneously at once. So the idea that this situation or what you're going through, your current circumstances, are broader than the ultimate goal is a lie, because the ultimate goal still has been reached. You aren't living in it because it's the future. You're living in the present moment, So choosing what side of karma you may want to land on helps you have more vision of where you may end up. This idea of who you are helps you align with your manifestations and what you can accomplish, because anybody who is manifesting something, for me, I feel like you can't be considered to be manifesting anything if you don't have intention or if you aren't putting action behind it. So if you are manifesting something, that means that you're actively going after and seeking and gradually bringing this into your present moment in the future. Um, so with every little step you take, you inch yourself more forward to where it is that you need to be. So think about a past situation that didn't cause for you to show aggression, but in the future you're presented with a situation that requires you to show aggression. These are the scales of balance between what it is that you've had to learn and cultivate within yourself to show up fully and presently as yourself in your higher vibration, or just, as you are. You must be aware that the present moment sets the stage for the next chapter. So then the eighth house mystery card. All things hidden, taboo topics one keeps private, like sex, death, debts, loans. How has these hidden topics or agenda affected your journey? Are we better off hiding them? Should we share? And if so, can you look back and see how it has affected you and getting to know your goals? So this card is in association to what I was saying when I said reflection and shadow work. I feel like the divine is calling for you to continuously do shadow work because you're never really done. Um, there's a lot that's hitting in the collective. I wrote down some question marks. Codependent, lack lack from withholdings. So, inheritance, when you think about that. You were supposed to be given something, but your family kept it for themselves. This then puts you in a state of lack or feeling like you have less than, or maybe even feeling like, wow, this person didn't leave me something, like kind of energy, morphing your mind to view something in a way that is not truly what it is, but because it's a mystery, you don't know that this was stolen from you or that this was taken from you. You don't understand the capacity of the fullest picture. um so should we share, and if so, you look back and see how it has affected your goal. I'll put family beef and trauma question marks. Working through what had working through what was hidden to arrive at your destination fully as who you are, a whole person. So this reading to me really speaks about uncovering the truth in your life and what is your eighth house holding. Your eighth house, I feel like, will hold a lot of trauma, a lot of suppressed or repressed, whatever the word is, memories from maybe like your childhood or even as an adult, to be honest. People have that sense of protection when it comes to their memory by exiting out what they don't want to remember because they've built a narrative around what they want to be shown or seen. Um, and so when you really add these two cards together, your journey, uh, so the journey that you're on is leading you to uncovering these mysteries. That's what the divine is telling you. The divine is telling you to pay attention because the divine is showing you the things that you don't have the answer to. Now you may be unaware of certain things, but when you get a sense of like, oh, I feel like that was significant, or I feel like this was this, or something reminds you of something, like deja vu kind of thing, it's really for you to put all the pieces together so that you can heal and transcend and evolve from the situation. um I feel like a lot of people right now have been in back within their family dynamics, maybe in situations that you did not put you put yourself there, but you didn't necessarily want to end up there. um and it's really to close out a cycle of, you know can we now add to our journey the uncovering of the mysteries to heal the things from our past so that we can transcend on our journey. If not together, then I'll have to do it on my own, kind of thing. Like, I'll have to go within myself and heal these things and pick apart these things and uncover these mysteries for myself to heal and transcend myself. So I feel like it's a need to focus on that. No matter how successful you become or how whatever it is that you gain or get from your life, you are always going to be on this journey. So it is very important for you to continuously look at life as a lesson and grasp what it is that you need to learn. Sometimes I can be hard on myself and I'll think like, oh, I feel like I compare and contrast things too much, but it's really not a bad thing. It's really a good thing because doing that has allowed me to self correct in the moment to then start a new pathway for myself instead of going about things how I used to handle them. Being aware of myself and my past and what has happened to me has given me the tools to go about certain things that may trigger me in a different way. This then promotes growth. This then gets you to a point to where certain things aren't triggers and they aren't traumas anymore because you've slayed the dragon. And I really feel like that's why the collective is having this emotional I feel like there's just a lot of emotions. Like, I can feel a lot of emotions today. I feel very positive vibes, but I still feel it's because the bigger picture is coming into perspective, and that can bring in a feeling of sadness when you uncover the truth. um Also, I was channeling like me as a person, so I'll just share a little story with you guys and let you know how I got to this, to thinking about this. I am a very, it's funny because I can't like talk about this topic and not be immature and like laugh. But when it comes to like sex and stuff, I was a very sexually advanced person because of all the things I experienced in my environment. I seen a lot of PDA growing up that then transcended into me the idea that to show love or to help heal someone, it required a sexual experience. This then led me down a path of redefining what sex was for me and what these sexual encounters and experiences meant for me. Um, to me, understanding during that journey that it's really not about what you do, it's about how you do it and who you do it with. You can still be, I feel like people look at sex as like a low, or I've been hearing people say like sex is like this low vibrational energy because it's based on physicality and shit like that, which is true. Like, don't get me wrong, that is a point. But I view it as if I am doing this act with a low vibrational person who has horrible health mentally and physically, inwardly and outwardly, spiritually, this is an act that is operating at a lower vibration. I heard a podcast with this guy. His name is Orlando. He goes by Orlando. But he was talking about, his podcast is his therapy session, which I really love. And he was discussing how, he uses orgasms with intention. Like, every time he's slutty with intention. Like, there's an intention behind it. So he works through his things through a sexual manner. So it's more about, for me, it's about awareness, right? Awareness of my feelings, awareness of what I'm going through, awareness to do the work that it would take necessary to heal these things. But I also view sex as a healing mechanism as well. So if you learn how, like, and I really want to get into Tantra, so I feel like that's going to be a topic that I'm going to talk about here, because I feel like the non sexual part of Tantra prepares you to have a higher vibrational experience of Tantra when it does involve sex. Um, yeah, and that's how I feel. So it's like not denying yourself pleasure, your physical being of pleasure, because your mind is so high vibrational. Plus, if life is about a balance, you have to balance out these scales. So for me, I've been celibate since in my relationship and after it. I think it's been like 7 or 8 months now. I think I've masturbated like twice within that span of time, and those two times that I did, it was after purging and after doing this work, and me going back to myself as, I'm going to heal myself with this act, and also use it as a form of meditation, which helped me manifest some things. So learning how to use these energies and where to direct them is really the most important part. I don't feel like people should deny themselves of their physical being, because we're human for a reason. It's all about transcending the energy behind what we're doing. Um, and that can really change the world if a lot of people, were honest about what they want. And because it's not even really about that, to be honest. If a lot, so like the polygamy thing, like, why would I be polygamous if I don't have security and stability within myself? What would I be giving to my partners? A very low vibrational half-ass version of myself, which is not adding substance to you. It's making the journey more choppy. And everything is a learning experience, but if you've already obtained certain information and you're not applying it to your life, that creates a sense of not learning. I feel like people operate out of ego a lot, and you know this is what I want, this is how I want it to be. And while God is telling them, well, you can have that, but there are an ample amount of things that you need to do before you can obtain that in the highest vibration that you want it. And you can't miss doing the work, really, when it comes to doing anything, because it's like I could go for a walk and go for a low vibrational ass walk, even though I'm in nature, because my brain could be stuck on bad shit, and I'm just walking and I'm just fucking mad and I'm talking shit, and I'm not using the present moment to look around me and absorb what is around me and feel that to helping me heal and mend my anxieties or my frustrations or whatever it is that I'm mentally going through. So it's like you can meditate and have a low vibrational meditation. Like, bitch, where'd you end up? At the devil's door? Like, the fuck, why are you there? And it's just because when you say lower vibration, like, it sounds bad, but I don't like to, like, demons and demonic entities and stuff like that. Like, I have compassion. I have an enormous amount of compassion. And because I'm about to start doing research on demons, because I had an encounter with a demonic deity, is what I refer to it as. And I got really sick around this time. I'm pretty sure somebody tried to poison me, but that's neither here nor there. I got really sick, and I was laying on the couch. I couldn't move at all, and I opened my eyes, and everything around me was black. Like, it wasn't like I was on the couch or where I was. It literally felt like I was just floating in a fucking black hole. And this thing stood in front of me, and I looked at him, and like my mind literally was like death. Like, my mind instantly went to death. And I looked at it and I just was like, not today, bro. And I closed my eyes and I went back to sleep. Like, and it's truly because I don't have a fear of you, because I'm aware of the fact that everything that you experienced in your human life or whatever existence you were living in made you into who you are. So for me to be fearful that you're pain turned you into this demon would be, to me, negating everything that I am as an angel. I feel like I'm an angel. I don't know. Um, so Earth Angel, yeah. Uh, so I don't want to look at demonic energies as just as what they are. I also want to reflect on how they got to be who they are. So it's like the mystery, uncovering the shadow work, the journey it took for them to become these demonic entities based on what was hidden and what they couldn't uncover, what drove them crazy. Compassion. Like, imagine, because I really feel like this is how I feel, y'all. Like, motherfuckers were after me. Like, they were after my life. Like, they wanted my soul. Like, straight up, they wanted to sacrifice me. Like, that's just what it is. Um, and they sent these demonic deities and these entities and these demons towards me. And I've encountered a lot of them face to face, physically seeing these things. And because of the amount of compassion I have in my heart, looking at something scary made me have even more compassion, because I'm like, you look like what you've been through, and I can't imagine what that was, but I have sympathy and compassion for you. And even the people who put me through the shit that I just came out of, I have compassion for them because of what they've been through. I know what they've been through. I have wisdom. I have vision and wisdom. So I'm aware when it comes to psychology, what certain things can turn you into and what it can do to you. And I don't hold grudges against people, and I don't care to, you know, belittle someone based on their actions, because I'm aware of why they took those actions, what got them to that point. And that to me is a very freeing thing. That is what really allows me to not have these shackles and these things hold me down, because I can forgive you because I understand. And also grateful for the fact that, you know, they came to me with the understanding that I was going to be sacrificed. But then they got to know me. I've talked to these things. I've literally had conversations with these things in my head. Like, I've had a entity tell me how sweet my blood smelled and how much they wanted my blood, and like my ass is like, oh my god, really? Like, stop. You're so nice. Like, you really think that about me? You can't have it. Like, I ain't gonna give it to you. But I'm very flattered that you feel that way. I'm pretty sure your blood can be just as sweet as mine. Do you want to talk about that? I bet you don't. Okay, then you should probably leave. Anyways, really, when you uncover the truth, it's about what you do with the truth. That's the final test. It's about what you choose to do with the information that you've obtained. There are certain actions and things that I haven't taken against certain people because I don't believe in the way life is formulated. And sometimes I feel I don't feel anything, actually. I feel so very protected in who I am and my purpose and what I'm going to become, that I can't help but operate out of compassion. Like, I can't help it. Like, I know when to trust me. Trust me. I know when to go. All right? But I'm so protected and so blessed that that opportunity to go doesn't often present itself to me. And I did have to learn how to stand up for myself and things of that nature. But ultimately, it led to me evolving on my path and on my journey. It led to me uncovering why, you know, in certain situations do I not feel comfortable standing up for myself? Why do I not feel comfortable speaking for myself? Like, to revert back to the sexual thing, for a long time I didn't have the understanding that when I first started being sexually active, I didn't understand that the action was also for me to have pleasure, for me to be pleased, for me to have an experience that made me feel good. So it was more about me giving than it was about me receiving. So much so to the point to where I didn't understand how I like to be given to, how I like to receive. So I had a whole journey of figuring that out and understanding it, and then uncovering what that was so gross, sorry. I thought it was like not a snot. And I scratched it and it turned out to be snot. Um and I'm not gonna edit it out, so I just thought I'd say sorry because like fuck it, at this point we're already in this bitch. Um so yeah, me finding the evolution of, a lot of us don't know what it is to be feminine, and a lot of us don't know what it is to be masculine. And a lot of that has to do with the indoctrination that we experienced as children that have us playing into this facade that truly does not depict what it means to be a feminine or a masculine, and a divine one at that. Hourglass by Jazz just posted a video. I'm actually gonna link it in the description. If you're checking out this video, you should definitely go check out that video, because she really made me understand there's a lot of stuff that my little brain as a kid didn't learn. There's a lot that my brain wouldn't accept. Okay? So I've always went through life knowing that something wasn't right and that I needed to find out the truth. But it didn't stop me from going through these experiences and having them, because I realized that I would have to go through this and I would have to experience this for me to truly learn what it is that I'm trying to learn. But it still all was indoctrination, just from the sight, and the hearing. Not really my brain morphing these ideas and ideals into my brain, because I've always been a rebel. Like, you tell me to go left, I'm gonna be like, but why though? Like, and if you're right, I'll go, but like, tell me why you want me to go left. um which has always saved me. But yeah, really get down to the nitty gritty. Like, don't be afraid to have these conversations and these things. And I really feel like when it comes to like family and shit like that, like, you know, if your family's not gonna listen to you and be open to these conversations, and if everything is just a joke to them, then so be it. Work it out through yourself. The divine is gonna show you and shed light on the truths and all the things that you need to know. But understand that the forgiveness is for yourself at the end of the day. It's not for anybody else, it's for you. And you're being shown the truth so that you can understand why you should extend compassion and maybe forgive, and not maybe, but forgive this person for yourself and for your evolution. And that compassion that you extend to somebody is always going to be extended back to you. The divine, and the way that the world is turning with the meek inheriting the earth, it's coming back instantly too. Back then it was like, okay, I understand karma, but like when? But like when though? Like, you know? Life is changing drastically. So yeah, guys, just uncover the truths. Have uncomfortable conversations. I will get on this bitch to talk about sex for hours. Like, I think I might actually do segments of rehashing sexual trauma, just because I feel like the collective is really going through that. That's where a lot of the trauma stems from when it comes to how you go about obtaining pleasure from others and from yourself. And it needs to be talked about, because we're all fucking, like, we all doing it. It's happening. Babies is popping out left and right. Honeymoons, vacations, trips, fly me out. Like, it's all going on. So it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. I was about to go into some preacher shit. I was about to be like, and with God, you can literally do anything at the highest vibration possible. Infomercial head ass. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this content, please give a like. Please subscribe, because the like and the subscribe definitely helps me grow my channel and boost me up in the algorithm, and I definitely need that as a new channel. Leave your comments down below so I know that you're here. Tell me how you resonated with this content, if you did or if you did not. And if you like these oracle, intuitive, heavily thought out readings, let me know. My journal smells like, my journal literally smells like a metaphysical shop. It smells good. Okay. I actually need to go get me some incense. Okay, anyways, sorry, that just got so off topic. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you for being here with me, because I really enjoy having you here. And until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye. Make sure you smoke a joint for me.